Hi Taylor. We'd like to know why you got involved in wheelchair rugby.
So about, I would say, 10 years ago, I came to my first sports hall with the wheelchair rugby with my dad. From there, I really just fell in love with the sport. I fell in love with everything to do with the players, the officials. I actually met my first official when I was about 8, I would say, maybe 7, 8. Lee Stutley, who's currently one of the GBWR representatives with the team and goes around the world with them. She introduced me to refereeing, and that's where I am now. I'm currently a level 1 referee, working towards my level 2, which will mean I can go international once I'm of age. So I think the main thing is for me as an official is working as the team and in the team environment. As long as everyone's got each other, we can all work together. And I think the biggest thing for me as a young female, the youngest referee in our country, is that it's quite mostly a male dominated sport, and most of the time I'm refereeing with my male counterparts and my other male referee. And although we work well together, I don't find people my age, females, and I know there's a lot of international female referees out there, but within GBWR and within our country we don't have a lot of female referees, and I'd like to see a lot more females come through, but I think there's quite a bit of a barrier there between us female officials and then our male counterparts. So there's definitely a big barrier for females in the officialing world, but I feel like in the upcoming years, as we have new, younger referees come in, I feel like the female population within the official community will build, and then we'll all come like kind of together as one. So then it's like more of a supportive female environment for the whole official team.
And obviously you said there was barriers there. How did you break those barriers down, Taylor?
So for me, it was really just communicating with Dave, who's one of the head officials, and Simon. They taught me how to express how I was on court and how to not get caught up in those nerves when you're reffing with, because I'm quite young and I'm one of the youngest referees out there, and I'm officialing people a lot older than me. I find it quite difficult with confidence, but when you've had the training and when you've been shadowing for a long time and you've had those stronger people above you to really give you that support you need, I feel like those barriers kind of make their own way out as you overcome them, because of you just feel within the official community you feel supported. And yeah, it's definitely an aspect of teamwork, because of when you're on court you don't really think about what people think, or then when you're making mistakes you're learning from it, or your co-referee is helping and they're guiding you. So I feel like those barriers are definitely there still, but I feel like I can and I know how to, and even if I didn't know how to, I feel like there's somebody there to always guide me through what I'm doing. So I think the training I went through with Dave, I was just kind of thrown on court, but not kind of in a bad way. So I think strategically I work better just going into it instead of sitting in a classroom learning. You definitely have to do that to learn your rules and the aspects of the game, but I feel like just getting on court and getting to know your surroundings, the court lines and all the markings, it really just kind of puts it all together for me. And the players are definitely supportive of that, and they know what it's like as a new official, as it's quite similar to what it was like for them when they got introduced to the sport as a new player. And I reckon we definitely all come together and stick together, but when it's time for that responsibility and that players officials kind of separation, it's definitely there. But when someone's stuck, you'll always be there to support them. So I feel like that's how I've overcome those barriers and felt kind of overall supported and rounded in what I'm doing.
And how old are you now, Taylor? How old were you when you first started refereeing?
I started refereeing, it's coming up to about 2 years now. So I would have been about, I would say I was 13, 12-ish. I'm now 15 and I'm considered the youngest referee in our country. We're not sure about world kind of, but I'm definitely one of the youngest referees. I don't really meet people my age who want to get into that that kind of side of the sport. Like a lot of people know the players, they know what kind of surrounds it. But then when you get to the officials, they're kind of stuck of who's who. And there's definitely those officials you like when you see them, you know them. But I feel like as younger youth, we definitely need to introduce this, as there's definitely a lot of strong older officials, but I feel like the new younger youth aren't coming into it as much as they should be, as much as the youth are coming into now how we're introducing youth sessions for players. I feel like we kind of need to have that aspect for officials as well, to get the next group of officials coming onto the court and learning those new rules. So in the years to come for 2028 Paralympics, you have that youth coming in and you know that they're there. And once the like the generation of old officials have filtered out, you've got new officials to filter in, and they know what they're doing. So I definitely feel like the youth are kind of not there, and I don't really meet people my age at all. I've met a few players who are my age in categories and divisions, but I've never met a referee as young as me. They all seem to be put off by the fact that they're working with the kind of older generation. But I feel like you just need to go for it like I have. I know I've been brought up around the sport, and I feel like it's more easier when you've got someone who was in the sport and have filtered out. So my dad was part of 5 Paralympics. He was a 5-time Paralympian. So everyone definitely knows who I am, and they'll know. If not, like when they get told about my dad, they'll know who I am. But I feel like we just need those youth coming in and taking over kind of and being trained for future events. So I really, yeah, that's pretty much.
What would you say to a young female who, why would they get involved in wheelchair rugby as a referee?
I feel like we need to, I wouldn't say we need to prove ourselves, but I feel like we definitely need to show that females are strong and they can do what they want, and they are who they want to be, and they will be, and they will do what they want to do. And I feel like for me, it's kind of when I'm on that court and I know I'm a female and I'm a female referee and I'm refereeing mostly the males on court, I feel like you just have that, you feel like you have that power and you know you can do it. So it definitely boosted my confidence as a female in sport, and I feel like sport is a really male dominated area. So I feel like I have that control and I know, and I would really say to them, just go for it. Just do it. If you want to do it, you know you can do it. You are as strong as your male counterparts, and just go for it, because it is an amazing field of like a team, and we are there, and this sport wouldn't be able to function without you. So just go for it, do what you want, and if you are interested, definitely contact someone, because it's amazing. I feel like I've got another family away from home and they're just all supportive. So that's definitely what I would say to them, but just go for it. Don't let it be put off by whatever's scaring you. Just go for it, get involved. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again. But if you love it, and you make your way up the ranks, getting to travel the world, getting to meet new people, getting to make new friends in different countries, meeting new players, new people. And you get to really get involved in events that you wouldn't normally get involved with without being here. So I definitely feel like it's pushed me as a person, and it's built my character a lot. It's given me a lot more confidence, and it's really, I've kind of found myself a lot more when I'm with the officials. They brought out another side to me that I didn't know was there, and I really appreciate them for that. And this sport, I think it's really undermined. A lot of people don't know it's there. When they come and watch, they're like, oh my God, I never knew this was there. So if you come along to a session, you really see the in-depth of it. So again, even if you don't want to official, coming to events like the Quad Nations and getting involved in the volunteering. So I'm currently working with the event management for the Quad Nations, and I came and I was nervous. I was really nervous because I just saw this male dominated area, and I saw all these people who were older than me getting involved, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it as well, because I've got the willpower, I have the confidence. And it's been a really, really good week so far. It's been really good meeting the players, meeting new people, talking to the coaches, talking to the management team. It definitely is building my character a lot, and it's giving me a lot more options of what I want to do. So it's really expanding my horizons. So there's definitely a lot of people that I didn't think I would meet, and I've met, and they're great, and I've now got lifelong friends, I would say. So that's definitely how it's helped me, and definitely, if you want to get involved, because it is an amazing field of sport, and it is an amazing sport, and there's a load of amazing people who would welcome you with open arms and support you.
Thank you very much, Tayla.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Thank you.